Hello and welcome to another Kerbal Space Program video. Today we are sending some relays to Kerbin orbit. Earlier you saw me making the individual relays, and they're all the same design. And this is because then I can use them for whatever it is we need to use them for. Did notice that it's a little bit wobbly, so some more struts could have been used, but they weren't. Staging went off without many problems, there was some explosion. This rocket probably oversized for this, but I don't really care. Gotta make sure my apoapsis is above 70. Attempting a gravity turn, but I also don't want to flip the spacecraft, so I'm being rather careful with it. Although at this point there's no atmosphere, so I just full send it until the stage runs out of fuel. We're going to be burning it. And we detach it. Deploy the fairing to see our stacked satellites, or relays in this case. And then we warp to near apoapsis. You can see our spent stage still there. Starting up our next stage. And the goal is to get an orbit in between the Mun and Minmus. Theoretically, this would be so that you could potentially get coverage both on the Mun and Minmus. I had some trouble here with getting a Mun encounter. I tried a maneuver node to see if that will help, But ultimately I already had too much escape velocity, so I just had to burn retrograde until I no longer have escape velocity. And also don't have an impact with the Mun, because that would be suboptimal. Extend our apoapsis to about 28 million, I think it is. Yeah. We get a nice flyby of the Mun here. I wish I could time warp further, but wouldn't let me. Flyby looks pretty nice though. I realized that I was going to run out of electric charge if I did not deploy any solar panels, so I deployed solar panels on the top relay. And then I time warped. Then we time warped to close to apoapsis. I decided to give all the relays a full orbit before deorbiting the before deorbiting the second stage. I was just testing how many meters per second it took to get there. And now we detach all of the satellites. The top one has no problems, as expected. We need to deploy all of them, and then deploy all those solar panels so that they don't run out of electric charge. And I switch back to the stage and then deorbit it. Like so. We have a very low velocity, so we're almost effectively dropping straight down to Kerbin. We almost get a flyby of the Mun, but not quite. And now it's a fireworks show. It's interesting the way that this stacked fairing ended up falling. It didn't fall vertically for the most part, instead it mostly fell horizontally. And we have no probe control. because it ran out of battery. But almost all the weight should be in the bottom, so I would think that it would fall vertically, but I guess not. And kaboom! A few parts survived. And here I go to the tracking station, and just recover all of the debris that was caused by us hitting the ground. And then now I'm going to switch back to the satellites so that I can get them roughly about, so that I can get them organized in a way that provides roughly the maximum coverage. It took me a while, so that's why it's sped up, and it took me a while to get it done right, but I eventually did it. I also renamed them as Kerbin relay, but I may have forgotten one, although I fixed it later. I finally managed to get it. That's the end of this video, and remember, have a good day.